It's time now for the latest in local news. In the news, an inmate was found dead at the Federal Correctional Institute in Jesup Monday morning around 9 a.m. 25-year-old John Christopher Rand was found unresponsive at FCI. Officials say no employees or incarcerated individuals are injured. Rand was pronounced dead by EMS personnel after receiving life-saving efforts. That from a press release from the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Rand was sentenced to a 120-month sentence in North Carolina for interference with commerce by threats or violence and felon in possession of a firearm. Had been in the Jesup FCI facility since January 17th of this year. FBI has been notified of the death. Once again, the body found Monday morning at FCI around 9 a.m. Wayne County Board of Education set to meet this afternoon at 6 p.m. for their monthly board meeting at the Tech Center. On the agenda, recognitions. This month's recognitions will be from the two middle schools, Arthur Williams and Martha Puckett, the Good as Gold recipients. Under items of business, the capital outlay projects. The bids for those major projects, the Ag Center, the ROTC building, and the weight room, were due Wednesday at the board office. School Superintendent Tony Williams says those bids will be opened on March the 11th, and the board's construction manager, which they're set to hire, will be chosen at that March 11th date as well. Also on the agenda today, a migrant education program to be discussed, several board policies, a financial report for January of 2025, and executive session to discuss personnel. Once again, the bids are due Wednesday this week, but the board and superintendent will open those bids at a March 11th meeting. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. In other news, a 44-year-old woman in Richmond Hill is facing several theft and fraud charges after being accused of stealing $81,000 from the Richmond Hill High School Soccer Booster Club. Susan Nelson facing charges. The Richmond Hill police confirmed that Nelson was the Booster Club president when these crimes were reportedly taking place. She's accused of sending PayPal transactions to her own business, Sweet Grace Marketing, and she would transfer money to her own personal bank account. She's accused of trying to change the name of the Booster Club account to her own, trying to disguise the transfers. Richmond Hill police state that Nelson was reportedly making arrangements to leave town, put her home up for sale, and changed her appearance. Nelson's bond has been denied, but she has another hearing in court set for March the 20th. Georgia senators on Friday voted 33-21 to support Governor Brian Kemp's top priority legislation to limit lawsuits, but not before some of Kemp's fellow Republicans extracted a concession in exchange for the votes necessary to secure a majority. Senate Bill 68 moves on to the House for more debate as Kemp continues to push for his legislation. A second bill that would limit third-party funding of lawsuits has not yet come to the full U.S. Senate. Kemp's bill sets stricter standards for when owners are accountable for injuries on their property and stops attorneys from recovering fees twice for the same case. It allows separate trials for assigning responsibility and determining damages, and tries to make sure defendants get a baseless case dismissed before engaging in expensive pretrial preparation. Senate President Pro Tem John Kennedy says a Macon Republican sponsoring Kemp's measure says that it's an effort to balance our civil justice system and stabilize costs for health care providers, job creators, and most importantly, Georgia consumers. Kennedy says the current system is broken and we have to do something to fix it. He says the cost of doing nothing is incredible. Democratic Senator Emmanuel Jones of Decatur broke from his party to support the bill. The only Republican who voted against it was Senator Colton Moore of Trenton, Georgia. Proponents say the legislation, which they call tort reform, will help businesses, doctors, property owners, and others save money from lawsuits and lower insurance rates. Opponents of the bill say there is no proof insurance rates will drop and worry people will not win compensation when they are wronged. Once again, the bill passed the Senate on Friday. Now moves on to the House. Again, we'll be checking in this week with our local representatives, learn more, and get an update on the session taking place in Atlanta. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes in the news, the 2025 Wayne County Hog Jam was hosted this past weekend by the Wayne County Board of Tourism. It had 42 hunters in the contest, 18 wounded warriors, and 13 youth participated in the event. The Friday night $100 biggest hog winner was Hallie Harrison of Jesup with a 281-pound with a gun. Rex Johnson of Ludowici won Friday and Saturday night $100 biggest hog killed by a bow, totaling $200. Friday night weight of 142 pounds and Saturday night weight of 125 pounds. Saturday night $100 biggest hog killed by a gun was wounded warrior Jared Bynum of Fremont, North Carolina. First place $1,000 gun winner was Wounded Warrior Jared Bynum, 3 hogs, total weight of 619 pounds. Second place $500 gun winner was Matthew Graney of Bonaire, Georgia, hogs, total weight of 598 pounds. Third place $250 gun winner was Richard Johnson of Ludowici. He had 3 hogs, total weight of 524 pounds. First place $1,000 bow winner was Rex Johnson of Ludowici. He had 3 hogs, total weight of 391 pounds. $100 biggest hog killed by a youth and $250 biggest hog killed by a female went to Hallie Harrison for 281 pounds hog. And Blue Collar Heating and Air of Jesup sponsored a $500 additional Wounded Warrior payout that went to Mark Gatto of Glenville, Georgia. 3 hogs, total weight of 464 pounds. At the end of the event, a total weight of 8,967 pounds of hogs were harvested. 27 hearts were sent to the Medical College of Georgia for research and study. Jesup City Commissioner, City Manager, and Mayor of Jesup, Ralph Hickox, have the times and date of their upcoming retreat. It will take place at City Hall on the dates of Friday and Saturday, March 28th and 29th. The city will be working on their upcoming budget. We'll be meeting with department heads. We'll have a full agenda for the retreat. Once again, staying locally, conducting the retreat at City Hall. Again, the dates are on March 28th and 29th. Also, the bids for the City East Jesup Sewer Project will take place on Tuesday, March the 4th at 10 a.m., and they state that information will be available on the city's website. The annual Peaches to Beaches dates are set. It's going to take place Friday and Saturday, March 14th and 15th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Official site locations here in Wayne County: Odom Recreation Center, Coastal Pines Technical College, and 84 Liquidators in Gardai. And applications are online at www.jesupgeorgia.gov and www.peachestobeaches.com. You can also stop by Odom City Hall or Jesup City Hall to pick one up. Need more information, call Odom City Hall at 912-586-2211 or Jesup City Hall at 912-427-1313. Again, the annual Peaches to Beaches Friday and Saturday, March 14th and 15th. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan's have a great day.